Excuse me, Mr. Barman. Barman, I've had a few too many already, clearly. I would like a pint of lager, and because I'm with two lame asses who don't drink, I'd like 2 pints of Coke, please. Thank you.
No.
That was brilliant.
No.
That was brilliant. Oh, Joe. No. Yeah. Woo. It was mediocre. You've done better, I'm going to be totally honest.
Thanks, guys.
I'm going to throw it in there before we move any further, by the way. It's not because I'm a lame ass and I don't drink. I just have to drive here.
But you both drive here in separate cars from the same house.
Well, no, Joe comes from the office and I come from a house.
Cheers to driving.
Cheers to episode 14, boys.
Episode 14,
Yeah,
exactly.
episode.
Welcome back. Thank you for listening for all 13 episodes so far. We hope you enjoy this one just as much or dislike it just as much as the rest. My name is Thomas of Millshire.
My name is Daniel Benham.
And I'm Joseph Benham, full-time mum shagger. But just for Pride Month, even though it's past now, I'll shag your dad as well.
Right. Right, well then let's move on to some news.
So we're in the transfer window of
What's that?
Football.
Yeah.
So there is 2 windows a year where football clubs can sign players.
Yep.
But it's warm in that room.
And we are currently in the summer transfer window.
Okay.
Barcelona have gone out and have signed a load of new players.
Barcelona.
They've signed Sergio Aguero and Eric Garcia from Manchester City. They've signed Memphis Depay as well. However, they cannot register any of their new signings because in the league they're in, La Liga has a wage spend cap.
What's La Liga?
La Liga is the Spanish league. Like we have the Premier League, they have La Liga.
Okay.
They have a spend cap of and they are currently €200,000 a week over that spend cap. So all these new players they've signed,
How'd you spend 200 grand more than you can a week?
How much are you spending for that?
I'll give you some context. Lionel Messi is on €1.3 million a week.
Nothing that.
Isn't he a free agent now?
He is. Yeah, Antoine Griezmann is on €800,000 a week.
Thing is, though, with the euro to sterling
a week.
conversion,
Sorry,
it's about a fiver.
Sorry.
A week.
One sec. How much was Messi on?
€1.3 million a week.
That's ridiculous.
And that is why they are €200,000
euros
a week over.
I thought it was either a month or annual, but a week. What the hell?
That's pocket change.
Honestly. That's ridiculous.
It's mental, line.
So they're not allowed to register more players.
So they've got these players, they've signed them, they made the announcements, but they can't register them to play in the league because they will be spending. They're already over, and these 4 players would then put them over even more. So actually, they don't need to cut back 200,000. They essentially need to cut back like $1 million a week.
Sorry, I'm still processing this. Lionel Messi could play a week, go to Lamborghini and buy. How much did you say he's on?
1.3 million.
He could buy 6 Lamborghini Uruses after a week.
No, Lionel Messi doesn't have to play. He just gets paid at 1.3 million.
Lionel Messi can sit on his arse for a week and go and buy 6 Lamborghini
Lionel
Uruses.
Messi could get paid for a week and then just quit job and never work again.
Yeah.
I don't know if someone like
maybe
Messi,
not living the same lifestyle he lives.
I was going to say he wouldn't be able to sustain his current lifestyle.
No, but he'd be able to live quite a happy lifestyle.
Happy by it's all
Look at it this way: in the average lifetime of working, say you work 50 years in your lifetime, and you're on say £20,000 a year. That's £1 million over a lifetime. £20,000,
and he gets more than that.
It's more
in
than that
1 week.
So you could live the life you're living now for the rest of your life on one paycheck. And Lionel Messi's older than us. He's already got a bit more life ahead of us.
No one would do that, though. That's the thing.
He wouldn't.
If you got this massive cash injection, it's like most of the people that win the lottery end up having nothing again.
Yeah.
Well, not having nothing, but say like people compared to the lottery figures, have nothing. They end up blowing it all because they're like, oh my God, I can spend what I want, do this, do that,
all
do this.
excited and buy loads of Teddy Fresh jumpers and T-shirts for the podcast.
You just make a sound investment. Here's a question for you then. If you won the lottery, now not like the Euro Millions where it's crazy money, like the UK lottery where it's like 4 or 5 million, what would you do?
First thing I would do is take myself on holiday with a financial advisor.
I was going to say this.
And
the first thing I'd do is get a financial advisor.
And I would sit on a beach with a financial advisor rather than in an office.
Yeah. Honestly, the first thing I'd do is speak to a financial advisor.
What should I do with all this money?
So the first thing I do is buy
And
a house,
he'd
and
go-
then I will get a financial advisor to deal with the rest of the money.
I'd want the financial advisor involved for the buying
the
of the house
start.
because it would be a big house. It's not just going to be a 2 up, 2 down terrace house.
Yeah, but
it's
what's
gonna
the
be
financial
nice.
advisor going to do?
Depends
with
where you're buying
What's
it though, because for £5 million, it's 2 up, 2
Well, there you go.
What's he going to
to
advise?
They
though?
might say, don't buy in that area because property prices are plummeting, or don't buy that kind of house because in
property
history, those kind of houses haven't sold very well, or they've crumbled after 10 years.
If property prices were plummeting, why wouldn't you buy there? It'd be cheap as chips.
I was
Spitballing.
spitballing ideas.
Yeah,
I don't actually know what I'm talking about any of the time.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah,
That's why he needs a
sounds like it.
financial advisor.
Exactly. Now I have some more news for you.
Oh, perfect.
And it is to
Is
do
this the flying car?
with the future. You've just seen my phone.
No, but I saw the news article during the
It's
week.
the future. The future is here. You know, Futurama used to watch it. They predicted we'd have flying cars. No, we haven't got them yet. You know, in the 80s, they got asked, draw the ideal picture of 2020, and there was flying cars and
Is this
skyscrapers
the
that went
interviews
to
with
the
the
moon.
kids and all that?
Yeah, and there just isn't. So anyway, the flying car, and it is called the Air Car, has completed a 35-minute test flight between airports.
yeah.
It's in like Sweden or somewhere like that, isn't it?
I'm not sure
Wherever there's more
where it is.
expendable people.
Yeah.
Yeah, however, it's powered by a 160 horsepower BMW engine. It's fixed with a big propeller. It comes with parachutes, foldable wings, and the creator Stefan Klein said it could fly roughly 600 miles at a height of 8,200 feet. Now, not only is this a flying car, it is actually a car.
It looks nice. Yeah.
It actually looks like a very nice sports car, really, with wings strapped to it.
It only takes 3 minutes to get it into flight mode and back into
Which
drive
sounds
mode
like
as
a
well.
long time, but actually, when convertible cars were first created, the automatic convertible cars, not the ones where you had to manually put the roof down, they took roughly the same amount of time, and they've got quicker and quicker.
Imagine you're in a car chase, Fast and Furious style, and you're heading to the like GTA. You're heading to the airport. You're getting, you're on 5 stars of police, and you're just about to get there, and you're like, "This is it. I've made it to the runway. It's clear. Hang on."
All you'd have to do,
There's like the wing
dodging shots.
dodging bullets.
Clearly, you're not experienced enough on GTA 5. All you'd do is keep doing loops around the runway until the wings are fully out.
But can the wings unfold whilst moving, or does it have to be
because
stationary?
doesn't the car have to open? I
Because
think parts of the car open
Because
up.
when convertible cars were first made, you had to be stopped to get your roof up and
I think
down.
you can be doing less
So
than
I imagine
less
the same
than
with the
10 or
wings.
less than 20 in most now.
We've glossed over quite an important fact, though. My question will be, how have we managed to create a car that can fly 600 miles quicker than we have managed to make an electric car that can do that amount of journey on one charge?
It's a very good idea. Yeah, I wonder how much fuel it uses.
It's 300 miles with all your fuel, and then the other 300 miles is just as it gradually glides down to the floor. That's how it works.
And it has no landing gears, so you've got to land perfectly on your tyres.
Yeah, perfectly flat.
So,
And I thought my sidewall having an air bubble was bad. You come down wrong on that thing, you're going to end up flipping over loads.
you'd end up through the tarmac.
Literally.
Yeah.
We're just going to come a bit great though, because it's a 2-seater car. You'd force your passenger to clap for you. Only if your passenger's white. Because
Flying cars are pointless, though.
No, they're not.
They are.
Why?
So
We haven't got the infrastructure to support them yet.
we haven't. We've spent decades building cities with tall buildings and narrow streets. And on top of that, there's a reason Elon Musk has gone for tunnels underground rather than flying cars, is because we can actually dig deeper than we can go up in Earth. So it makes more sense to build tunnel networks underground than it does to make cars that can fly.
Why?
Because
If I want to fly from Manchester to Sweden, for example, I
What are you
could
gonna do in
own the
Sweden?
car. I was just...
but how long is it going to take you to get there?
How much luggage have you got?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's a 25-hour drive, or I can fly there.
Are you paying for extra baggage?
Yeah, but how
Don't
fast
need
can
to.
that car
It's in
go?
my car.
Are you economy or first class or business?
Well, actually, I'm piloting the
Have
bloody
you
thing,
got your
apparently.
fast track ticket to go through the airport?
I don't need a fast
Have you
track
checked
ticket.
in at home?
I don't need to. I'm piloting it.
Have you passed all the border checks?
Don't need them.
Who stamps your passport?
Don't need it.
Have you checked if you need to pay a visa charge because we're not in the EU anymore?
Don't care about that.
Have you even decided if you want to go to Sweden? What are you going to do when you get there?
I can't
Have you
afford
got your
the
hotel
car.
booked?
Have you remembered your key?
What?
Have you got the key for your suitcase that you've locked? That'd be
Oh,
convenient.
I don't need to lock it because it's in the boot of the car.
Who are you taking with you? Me.
Yeah, if you want.
Perfect.
Are you gonna,
nothing else
are you
matters.
gonna clap when I land the plane? The plane car, the car plane, the air car.
Do I have to pay for my flight?
Answer the question first, and then I'll let you know if you have to pay for the flight.
I will clap.
Yeah, no, you don't have to pay for the flight.
What?
Perfect.
No. That should be the other way around. Would you clap a bus driver when he pulls up to a bus stop? No. The only circumstance is you should clap a pilot.
Bus driver isn't flying.
No,
a
but
a pilot.
I actually agree with that.
Firstly,
I actually agree with that. I agree
pilots
with that.
don't do a lot of the flying anymore. Computers do. Secondly, it is that
How do you know that?
genuinely what they've been trained to do,
Yeah.
the same way a bus driver's been trained.
They get themselves in
if they have
£300,000
to
worth
land
of
a
debt.
plane on water or in a field or under unusual circumstances, fair enough, clap the pilot. If he lands it on the tarmac...
Clap the pilot. It makes it sound like you're trying to kill the guy.
If he lands
Clap
it on,
him.
If he lands it on the tarmac, all right,
to
mate,
be
well
fair-
done. You've pulled into your parking space. Well done.
Yeah.
Next
Oh,
time
no,
you
I
board
agree
a
with Dan.
plane, I dare you to go to the pilot and go, yeah, just to return to Ashton, please, mate.
No, but I agree. I agree with Dan.
Do you
It's
accept
pointless
Oyster
clapping.
cards?
It's proper pointless clapping. It's like you don't like at
Yeah, I
Tesco.
wouldn't
Like at Tesco, you don't get to. Oh, you've scanned all my groceries. Well done.
Although-
You even did my club card.
But no, I wouldn't clap a pilot. But
would you clap me when I land the car plane?
Yes,
Yeah,
for a
clap.
free ride, I would, yeah. But I cannot agree
White
with
people.
you that a pilot does a similar job to a bus driver. I can't, I'm afraid.
I wasn't saying they do a
No,
similar
but
job. I was
they are
I
doing
was
their
trying
job.
to give context.
You don't-
And they get paid accordingly.
and you don't clap a fish for swimming. So why'd you clap a
Well-
why'd you clap a pilot for landing a plane?
But you clap circus performers for doing acrobatics, and that's what they get paid for. You clap the Coldplay for performing at a gig. That's their job.
Hang on.
Well,
One,
all right,
you wouldn't find me at a Coldplay gig. And two, no, I wouldn't.
You clap, a singer, a performer, you clap them. You clap musical theatre performers for doing their job.
No, I don't. I stand there and go, "This is shit."
We could sit here all day and discuss people's careers, but I think we should move on.
Yes, we shall. I would like, as usual, we've done a lot of news there. I would like to move it on to I was today years old when I
Found out.
Of course, when I found out, when I learnt, whatever the hell you want it to be.
Share
okay?
the news with you all.
So I would like to give you 3 quick points that are all very similarly related, and they're going
Yes.
to create one beautifully packed together I was today years old, and they are to do with names and why things are named certain ways and why they aren't names, or some things we've never realised about things being named. And the first one is that Humpty Dumpty was never actually mentioned to be an egg.
No,
Do
he
you know
wasn't.
why? Do you know why Humpty? Do you know it was a cannon? Do you know this? Humpty Dumpty was a cannon that had fallen off the wall of a castle
Dumpty had a great
and shattered.
And the
It's
king
never
no,
mentions
but
it's an
the-
egg.
No.
In the
It was
actual,
it
the
was
actual
turned into an egg
piece-
for a child's story.
Yeah, but the actual thing that was called Humpty Dumpty, the actual item, was a cannon
Well,
that was
there you
holstered
go.
on the wall of a castle.
All the
fell.
king's
All right.
horses and all the king's men. All the king's horses and all the king's men refers to the soldiers who couldn't put the cannon back
But they
together
couldn't
again.
put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
Changed to an egg for children.
It was made
children's
into an
book.
egg first children's
Why
book
didn't it stay the cannon?
because a
Because
cannon
the-
is violent.
Because the death of an egg is funnier to children. Then, this cannon fell off a wall. The soldiers couldn't back together. They tried it with flex tape. They tried it with Gorilla Glue. And then the kids were like, "Nah, don't rate that." And then they went, "Oh, sorry, did we say cannon? We meant an egg fell off." And all the kids were like, "Yeah!"
Well, my second one is that technically, axes are chopsticks.
Axes.
Axes to chop down trees. It's actually a chopstick.
Oh, haha, that's good. I
Named
like
it
that.
wrong. And third and final one is that if you think about it, the brain actually named itself.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Oh, shit,
Messes
yeah.
me up a bit.
Named
That's
itself,
baffling.
doesn't it,
It's
really?
a bit weird, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
mind blowing.
And actually, just off the back of that, not to do with names, but if you think about it further, someone studying atoms is just a lot
It's
of
atoms
atoms
studying
studying a
atoms.
lot of atoms.
Yeah. I was just going to say that as well after the brain thing.
We're going to have the FBI on our case in a minute.
Atoms-
you guys need to keep
Atoms
quiet.
literally
I
just
just
look
got a
through a
notification.
microscope. They're already here.
Our FBI agents are awaiting us.
Well, keeping on to interesting facts like that as well. Did you?
Interesting what?
Interesting facts.
What?
Facts.
Interesting. I was today years old.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Did you know that a gallon of water weighs more than a gallon of butane? It's because butane is a lighter fluid.
No. This is like there is a sketch.
Walked you into that one.
Yeah.
How have you got me?
Hang on.
See?
What did you say?
Katie went, no, it's not, because they're both a gallon. Right, a gallon. A gallon.
Is a lighter fluid. It's a literally light.
It's used as
so they are the same.
She gets the joke.
Yeah, but a gallon is not a measurement of weight. It's a measurement of volume within a container.
So I would, whilst filling up my drink, Joe, you're without a drink.
Oh, I am. And you'll notice, actually, without the drink, I'm drinking with a metal straw.
You always drink out of metal straw.
am.
Saving the planet.
Yeah, saving the turtles.
Yeah,
I do my bit. I drink through a metal straw. And then after every podcast, I go and buy a pack of 1,000 plastic straws and throw it into the nearest embankment that I can find.
Brilliant. Well done, you.
Can you buy plastic straws anymore?
Yeah.
Can you? I thought they only did paper straws.
I don't know. Go and rob a Macca's or something. You can probably find them there.
Well,
You can definitely get them on Amazon.
Yeah, that
And
doesn't surprise me.
they're cheap as chips as well.
Surprise me.
Joe would know.
I can kill turtles for a discounted price.
Don't even have to leave the comfort of your own bed.
and receive it the next day.
I can receive it the same day. I get them on Amazon Prime X
Shout out
delivery.
Amazon
Apparently.
Prime next delivery. Would you like to sponsor us? Thank you.
I'm not being funny. You know that Amazon uses slave labor and underpays people at the fact that they can deliver something within 2 hours of you ordering it.
Well, apparently they've found a big landmass where any parcels you return to Amazon, they just dump. And they found like laptops and loads of electronic stuff as well.
This is
So
a joke.
actually,
This is a joke.
No, it's genuinely not a joke.
Really?
Yeah. So the idea that you could kill turtles without the comfort of your own home is absolutely
Where
correct.
is
Because you
this?
can order it on Amazon, just not collect
Asking for a
it,
friend.
let it
Just
return,
want to know.
and they'll dump it.
Well,
But it was on the news not long ago.
Well, like I said, I would like to move us on to another I Was Today's Thought, and it's off the back of you destroying the planet. Imagine the entire planet, okay? Not destroyed by
Hang
Joe.
on. I don't destroy the planet. I
Just
massacre
kill the
turtles. There's a
Okay,
difference, yeah.
Right, well, whatever. Think of the entire planet
I'm thinking.
and two people on opposite sides.
I'm thinking.
Now, these two people could be born at exactly the same time, but because of time zones, they'll have completely different birthdays.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
Mad, isn't it?
And that's why that leads me into a good point. Star signs are bollocks.
They are, and I've
Right.
got a very good way of proving it.
It annoys me to no end. There's a great video of JME on YouTube, and he's saying if you truly believe that someone born at 11:59 on one day, and then someone born at 0:01 the following day, and they're completely different, and they've got different characteristics and different traits just because of that 2 minutes time difference, and he just starts screaming. He goes, "You're a donut! You are stupid!" It's so
Well,
good.
the way I prove, I mean, I'm not a believer of star signs. I believe it's quite generically made horoscopes.
Yeah, they're
put
really
into-
vague, so
into-
you can make yourself
Yeah,
fit.
it's the same
Today
with,
you will wait.
the same with people who can, contact ghosts and speak to the people beyond and all that.
Yeah.
So I will read their horoscope to them, wait for them to tell me, "Oh my God, that's so me." Yes,
You've read
that
them a
is-
different
That is
horoscope.
the line I'm on, and then I reveal I've read a completely different horoscope to the one they told me they are.
There was a guy on Twitter that tweeted and said he'd seen this girl who he wanted to speak to. He knew what a star sign was, so he Googled the compatible star signs because he knew she was like big into horoscopes and everything. Told her I think it was Sagittarius, and like then they slept together. And then he was like, in reality, I'm actually a Scorpio and everything like this. And then everyone in the
Played the
replies,
long game.
yeah, everyone. Well, he was
Should have waited till they got married.
no, he was just bragging about.
And then at the aisle, gone psych.
No, he was just bragging about
I'm a
the fact that
Gemini.
he used it on and that he was a Scorpio and everything. And everyone was like, "This is such Scorpio behaviour. Your star sign's really accurate." To which he responded, "That was bollocks. I'm actually a Capricorn."
Wow, well done.
So
Well
it
done.
just led people through the ringer through like 3 tweets. It was brilliant.
They're a load of rubbish.
They are.
Rubbish.
They are. It keeps
Oh,
people in
that was
jobs, though. People are actually employed. You switch on daytime TV, you've got frigging Mystic Meg sat there telling you that all your bad luck isn't because you've cheated on your wife with a sister. It's because of your star sign and where the frigging moon is.
No.
No,
You-
It grinds my
you're-
gears.
All right.
You're in you're in extreme agony, not because you threw yourself in front of moving traffic, but Jupiter moon is rising at the moment. That's just not. It's just not yours.
Because we're on the onset of a pink moon.
Honestly,
into the second sector of that beautiful crisp morning of a Gemini. It means
the problem herein lies that we can't. You and I specifically, out of the three of us at this table, we can't bash people for believing in something because we don't think it's real, because we believe in God.
Yes.
And therefore, I've got an I was today years old.
Have you?
When I found out, yeah. So, the Teletubbies hill, right?
Yeah.
The home that they lived in.
The Windows XP home screen.
It wasn't the Windows XP home screen.
Very similar though.
But where that was filmed was actually not public land. It was a private farm. That hill no longer exists. It was just a tiny mound that had the doors and the windows and everything like that. And the farmer who owns that land, she leveled it and turned it into a pond because people kept trespassing on her land
to go and see
to go inside it and were wrecking it and stuff like that.
Why? You stand at the front and charge a £5, surely.
Isn't it? My one of my friends, shout out Raf, his stepdad was one of the editors.
Was he new?
On the Teletubbies. He
way.
was, I think, one of the executive editors of the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
And I've seen behind the scenes pictures of the place, and it is literally these perfectly sculpted hills on a nice field.
I also found
the set.
out,
and it's a life-size set. It's not.
Oh
they,
yeah.
They didn't have CGI or puppets
just
back then. That was an actual set.
The Teletubbies were massive.
Yeah,
the suits
they
were
were
huge. They were like 8-9 feet tall.
They actually looked out of the telly on the
and the rabbits that you saw in every episode were also huge. They were like. They like these British rabbits that are bred specifically to be massive. They're like 5 feet, 6 feet long, because in comparison to the Teletubbies, they look like ants. Otherwise,
do you know what will also make you feel really old? The baby face on the Sun. The girl that was that baby face is now in like her 20s.
So, the past few weeks we have punished at points our taste buds.
We have.
And I would hopefully like to treat them today with
Sounds good.
these little bad boys, shrimp flavoured cracker. Now, I think they're probably just going to be like prawn crackers, but shrimp flavoured and long and curly.
The concern I have right now is the calamari flavoured nuts were very promising.
Yeah.
And in turn, were disappointing.
And the, Caribbean chocolate, pineapple and coconut delights that we all expected.
In your mouth.
Yeah, it made me feel
not how I described
soggy
it.
inside.
Yeah.
Now these, you can call them a number of things. You can either call them shrimp flavoured cracker. You can call her cracker mit garnelen geschmack, crackers mit garlem schmack, and crackers sevia arrevete.
Wait for you to open the bag.
So, whoa! Oh.
Let's have a sniff.
Are they potent? These nuts were, oh, bloody hell, I can smell it from here.
Went straight to the back of my throat.
I don't
Have
worry,
a
mate.
smell. Wow.
That smells like fish food.
Woo! Help yourself.
Maybe
For those interested, here they are. You'll like them just as much as we do. You won't.
For the people listening or watching, just to give you a bit of context, because obviously you can't smell these.
They look like
If you've
worms.
ever owned like pet goldfish and you had the flakes to feed them with, it smells exactly like the fish flakes.
They do smell like fish food.
They do.
Like the little flakes.
They do.
Oh, God.
I'll just share this with the. I'll share this with the camera crew. Jess despises fish, by the way, as well. I'll just put that.
What?
Right, ready? Cheers.
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 Cheers, guys.
They taste like plain, the French fries, the Walker's French fries. Tastes like plain versions
I'm not
of them.
sure about that.
Yeah, they don't taste.
I was hoping for nice, like prawn crackers.
They just taste plain.
They do not taste plain.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They taste like raw fish.
Tastes like plain brown crackers.
They're rubbish. Tom, you said you were going to please our taste buds.
They're edible though. They don't taste bad. They just don't taste.
For whatever reason, I can't stop eating them.
They're exactly like a bar snack in terms of if you leave the bag there, you'll just eat.
Good bar snack, bad snack.
I'd just like to point out as well, we've named this segment Bad Bar Snacks. That does not mean we're going out of our way to find snacks that are bad. We are actually on a mission to find the best
Different
bar snacks. there's just a high possibility of failure each episode.
Yeah, I mean, because we're not going for the usual, roasted peanuts and pork scratchings. We're actually looking for things that are a little bit different.
Exactly.
And failing every step of the way.
Like,
now,
we should have toasted peanuts.
we should. Now,
Instead of roasting them, you put them in
speaking
your
of
toaster.
failing, I want to move on to the topic of maths.
Hit me.
Is it just me that wonders?
I've been waiting for this.
Now, Katie today came to me with a very good idea for the podcast, and it reads this: what happens in your head when you add 28 plus 47? And I want you to explain your process to establish new maths versus old maths.
So I would do 20 plus 47, which gives me 67, and then I would add the 8 to get to 75.
That's exactly how I would do it. Joe, how would you? You look shocked.
I'd add the 7 to the 8 in 28 to get 35, and then add the 40 to get 75.
Now, this is mad.
So, but that's not too different from what we've done. You're still just doing two sums,
Two
essentially.
sums. Now, what I established, and coming from behind the camera with Jess and Katie, they think they do something different.
Why?
Explain
what does
yourself,
Jess do?
Jessica.
Well, we do. 20 add 40 is 60.
Yeah.
7 add 8 is 15.
I've already lost interest.
Right.
75.
Now,
That's too
this-
long.
That's three sums.
That's three sums. You are adding.
is.
Well, first of all, actually, it's more like 5 sums because you've got to take the 8 from the 28 to establish 20. The 7 away from the 40. But
No, I suppose you don't have to. You don't have to do
I know
that.
you just know it, but like you're adding a 20 and a 20 and a 40 and remembering that number, and then you're adding an 8 and a 7 and remembering that number, and then whilst you're trying to remember 2 of those numbers, creating another number.
I would argue that leaves more room for error.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like if you did it in school and you put the 28 and then you put the 47 below it, you do 8 plus 7 is 15, so you put a 5 and then a little 1.
But that's on paper. You don't need to remember anything on paper. It's there in front of you. This is what happens in your head when you add them. And I think we do it a lot of simpler way. And now what I've established from that, it isn't old math versus new maths because we are all of the same generation.
Yeah.
I think what we've established is there is a big difference between men and women.
I was just about to say, it seems to be a girl thing.
Maybe women just like to overcomplicate things.
And
eh?
that actually
Maybe
leads
that's
us
it.
That leads us back to let's hear it for the girls from a previous week where it asked, do men think women are complicated?
Yes.
This proves women are more complicated than
I
men.
don't.
Even when it comes to the sums.
I don't think a sample size of 5 people, 2/5 of which are girls and 3/5
That's
of which
perfect
are
for
men.
me. I'm taking that as a solid science.
Absolutely not, because like
I'm going to publish it.
if you, without a calculator, for example, could you multiply by 25 in your head?
Yeah.
It depends what number.
63 times 25.
No, not in my head.
63 times 25 would be 2,487,000 million.
No, it's 1,700. No, 1,575. But it's really easy to do. But like, would you be able to multiply by 25 in your head?
If you asked me 5 times 25.
25 by
I'll
any
give you
number
the-
in your
Surely
head.
you just times it by 100 and divide
And
by
then
4.
half and half, and yeah, it's that simple.
That's how I would do it. I just didn't.
That's
do
how you
it.
do it. So it's 6,300, 3,100, 1,575. It's easy.
Shit.
Obviously.
No way.
I've known that since I was in like year 8, year 9.
He can only do it with 25.
A question. Well, ask me to times by 50.
No, what about 47?
47 times 25, easy. 4,700, 2,350, 1,175, easy.
47 times 23.
I can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Although there are some really easy ways to remember your times tables. Your 47 times table, if
I'm
you
really
needed
good
to
at
do
ones
it,
timetable.
Yeah.
if you needed to do your 47 times table for whatever reason, you only need your 50s and your 3s. So if you asked 47 times, I don't know, eight, for example, you do 50 times 8, subtract 50 times 8, and then subtract 3 times 8, and that's 47 times 8.
You lost me at shrimp flavoured crackers.
You're the one that brought them in.
So, guys, I've got an Is It Just Me That Wonders?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it also encompasses an I Was Today Years Old. Bit of a double doser for you.
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
So I'll start you with the I Was Today Years Old.
Yeah.
I found out the other day that there was a hypothetical roller coaster designed by a Lithuanian artist.
Yep.
I'm not going to try and pronounce his name.
Please
No,
do.
try it.
Try it.
Try it.
Julie Jonas Urbanas.
That wasn't that bad, was it?
Shout out Julie Jonas.
That's when
Jonas
that's how when
Urbanas.
you find his surname spelled SPRTYV.
Yeah. And it's called the euthanasia coaster.
Okay.
I've seen this. I've seen this. Yeah.
Essentially, it takes you 550 meters into the air and then pauses at the top. It can carry 24 passengers. At that point, you have the option of whether you want to carry on.
Is it hypothetical?
Hypothetical. The ride will only continue if all 24 passengers
Say
press
yes.
a button that's in front of them. It then drops you, and it has 7 loops of smaller sizes each time that hold you at 10-foot G-forces the entire way.
Wow.
Which causes all of the blood to go from your brain to your feet. So you first of all go blind and then pass out and die. And he conceptualized the idea for people that had terminal illnesses or something that meant they were going to die and would like to die without pain and having fun at the same time.
Hang on.
This is like some jigsaw stuff.
Why would pulling 10 Gs kill you?
Yeah, people...
Because it's a consistent 10 Gs for an extended period of time.
But like RAF pilots do like simulators and
but
they're
also trained for extended
I suppose as soon as
time.
they pass out, they slow it back down as well. You know, in the you're talking about the spinny thing, right?
Yeah.
As soon as they pass out, they
the record is like it's 30 seconds. It might only be 7
this
Gs.
is like
I don't know how many Gs it is, but it's like 30 seconds at so many Gs.
This is 3 minutes and 20 seconds you are held at that for.
I know.
Wow.
I know that.
Okay.
So
Wow.
the question I have, is it just me that wonders I have? Do you agree with that?
No. I see euthanasia is a touchy subject. And I feel like, I mean, you'd obviously for that ride, you need to find 24 people that are all considering euthanasia. And then when faced with the prospect of, do you want it or not, have the opportunity to do it, and all of them need to do it to carry on. But like, why involve other people? You know, like, because let's say someone has got some awful disability or medical problem that means that they want to euthanize themselves. And then you get them all that way, they get them on the ride, and then one person on that ride says no. That person who thought they had the opportunity to do it has now had that taken away. I feel it should be done on an individual basis. If it was legal and if it was something that was allowed to be done in humane circumstances, it should be done in that way.
On top of that, the other thing to think
Not
about
on a roller coaster.
The ride's still got to be operated by someone. Mm-hmm. When it gets to the end, someone then has 24 bodies,
people,
essentially.
Yeah, the reason I was saying about why does 10 Gs kill you is because I remember Carlos Sainz, who's an F1 driver, had a...
Shout out Carlos Sainz.
He had a 200 mile per hour crash at the 2015 Russian Grand Prix. And he pulled 46 Gs when he hit the barrier.
But only for a split second.
Yeah. And somehow survived it, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me that someone can hit a wall at 200 miles an hour and still survive. But second, to pull 46 times your own body weight to smack you in the opposite direction that's crazy. Blows my mind.
Is it just me that wonders from that is, what sort of person do you have to be to conceptualize that in the first place?
Think
like,
about that.
Someone has thought about that, done the maths as well to calculate that it would do it, and gone, here you go, guys. Here's an idea for a ride.
Maybe he wanted to be euthanized and thought, maybe he was also a thrill seeker. Thought I could mix these together. But I mean,
why not develop a single cart?
Never mind just that. If you were a thrill seeker who wanted to commit, then surely you'd just go like base jumping without the parachute.
I don't know about you, but like if you're in a situation where you want to end your life like that, and because of a disease, and not commit suicide, but euthanize, it should be euthanize. It should be a very intimate moment between you and your nearest and dearest, not thrill seeking.
They're all coming on the ride with me.
Which is what there are places, for example, Dignitas, that have that exact.
But everyone wants different things. But no, I don't agree with that.
No.
I personally don't.
It's not necessarily the whole thought. It's not necessarily the whole thing of it. You disagree with that specific one. Is that what you're saying?
I don't disagree with the concept of euthanasia. I disagree with a roller coaster that does it for you.
Yeah.
I think
Because I love roller coasters.
I think the 24 people part of it, yeah, but like,
Well, I would like to end on something very swift, something for you to take away. And is it just me that wonders?
is it the table? Can I say the table?
You can take it if you like, but you got to bring it back next week, please.
Oh.
And it is simple. It is, why do noses run whilst feet smell?
It's a good question.
Very, very good question.
Can I also ask a question for us to finish on? Because I've just heard the bell. I'll give you guys some time to think about this one. Obviously, you don't have to answer it now. But just next week, just one of your favourite songs of all time. And the reason why.
Sure, yeah, no worries, mate.
I'll put some thought
Absolutely,
into that.
I will
100%
remember to do that until I sit in this seat next week.
Perfect.
And I'll have something for you.
I appreciate it.
And I hope you look forward to hearing our favourite songs that we definitely will bring back.
Had them ready for you since like
next
episode
week.
2, big man.
Yeah.
I asked him on episode 6.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
We will
Yeah.
see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.